You've just gotten back your engagement or employee satisfaction survey results, and they're not great. And you can't believe it because you work very hard to create an environment where people want to come to work. It can feel like a bit of an ego hit to some leaders. Not only that, you wonder, am I actually wasting my time and energy and even asking people their opinion if I keep putting out more effort and yet the results tell me people aren't satisfied? Well, I just have to tell you, there's lots of leaders and organizations that feel this way, but don't stop surveying because, there's a couple of things that happen. Number one is, are we actually implementing and improving the things that people most want? That's one thing to think about. The other piece is that this is now, whatever you've done, become the new normal. So don't lose heart. You're moving in the right direction. I'm going to share with you the most important thing that I suggest you focus on. Unless your engagement results say that this particular driver is off the charts high, it's actually usually one that is low. And yet it is one of the easiest things to boost and will help drive all kinds of other measures of satisfaction and engagement. And in fact, I have a tool, a downloadable that you can have from my website, greatnessmagnified.com. Just go to cool stuff. I have an infographic that has all of this substantiated in data. It's a great tool to share. All right, you'll probably not be surprised that the focus that I'm going to share with you is recognition. I mean, that is what I speak on across North America, and a lot of organizations have me come in and do recognition reviews and rebuild their programs, because that is how much I know from experience and also from having worked in the field of organizational development for close to 20 years. I can tell you how many hundreds of teams and organizations have benefited by a concerted focus on recognition. And the great thing is, in addition to all the drivers that I'm going to share with you, it impacts, it also is one of the easiest, most accessible, meaning anybody can help with this strategy, and inexpensive resource that is at your disposal. All right, here are the things you can expect will be improved when you focus on recognition, and come back next week to focus on some really specific ideas about how to get started on that recognition journey. Number one, it's going to improve continuous improvement. And it makes sense, right? If folks feel that their voice is meaningful, that their opinions are valued, and that their strengths are honored, they're more likely to offer suggestions. And given that they're the ones who are doing the work, they are the most qualified to give that feedback. Number two, you can expect it's going to improve people's satisfaction with you as a leader, or even if you're not a formal leader, it will improve people's satisfaction with their coworkers as well. Now, given that the number one reason why people leave jobs, still validated study after study, is their satisfaction with their boss, this is an essential one to pay attention to affect the next driver, which is retention. Your retention of your top talent will improve tremendously when people feel recognized personally and specifically. Number four, it's actually going to boost trust in the organization. In fact, what I find when I go out and I work with great places to work where people feel very recognized, and there's not only formal systems of recognition, but also a lot of informal recognition happening peer-to-peer, as well as leader or boss, owner to staff, and vice versa, they tell me that they can't wait for other people to work there. In other words, there is an army of recruiters, and they're called your staff and your middle managers. Finally, it's going to boost your overall engagement results. And that seems pretty ironic. How is one driver of so many that make up engagement going to be able to elevate it? That is how much of a variation that it can create if you do a regression analysis. Trust me, I've done it. You don't have to do it. I'm going to share with you, trust me, it is going to boost your overall engagement numbers. Come back next week as we are going to dip into how do you then go and begin to focus on recognition in a systematic way. But in the meantime, remember, you have that tool that gives you the data. Just go to greatnessmagnified.com. I hope you found this helpful. So why not subscribe to this YouTube channel so that you can get value every single week that helps your teams, your organization, and even your own well-being to thrive.